Hello, I'm the Gaming Tourist, and today I'll be playing Endless Space, an alpha of a new turn-based strategy game by Amplitude Studios, who are an independent studio formed from ex-Ubisoft employees. Now, as I said, this game's an alpha, so as it says at the bottom, content and features are a work in progress, so please don't judge this game based on just what you see today, and if you don't feel like buying the alpha, wait for the finished product and see what that's like before judging it. So, on we go to a new game. I can choose the shape of the galaxy. My galactic is a bit rusty, but that sounds interesting. If it's recommending this for a first time, and that's fine. Yep, it's all sort of astronomy stuff. I guess this is species selection, so if I click here so we can get to look at the species. So we seem to there are 5 species at the moment you can play as. There's the United Empire, who seem to be humans. Home planet type Terran, and evil, because every strategy game in space has to have the humans being evil, of course. You've got the Sophons, who home planet type. So they evolved like us, presumably. They're good, they're scientists, and I'll probably play Sophons. Evil jungle people. Evil consume worlds people of insectoids. Reminds me of those people from Metroid Prime Hunters. The red guys, can't remember their names. And Horatio, so Italians. Oh, he was a human by the looks of it. Sounds interesting, but I think for the sake of peace and tranquility I'll play the Sophons. They're scientists, they have pico electron volt scale accelerators, which is not a lot of energy at all, so I have no idea why you'd want to use one of them. They're feeble warriors and unskilled builders. Sounds perfect. And I like blue, so that should be good. And no, I don't want anybody else playing the Sophons as well. They can be United Empire. Normal. That sounds fine, and let's start the game. Those are Sophon ships, by the looks of it. So, first things first, I want to look at a tech tree to see what we've got going on, presuming this game has a tech tree. Just get to grips with it, diplomatic, see if we can encounter any other species, explore. But seeing as every other species in the game seems to be warlike, this isn't going to be great. Oh, this game is... tutorial. Right, so that's control banner, that's my hub where I want to get things done. This is a star system. Stars are connected by cosmic strings, of course, string theory, M theory, why not? And, just like Civilization, this is pop-ups that let you know when events occur, and press enter, just like Civilization. My lord, this is a pretty galaxy. So it looks like 2 supermassive black holes colliding there in the middle. Let's see. New heroes, strangely, well, identical twins. Strangely, I can recruit human heroes, even though I'm in Sophon, which isn't human. Right, so this is a fleet. You can see the details. See the list of ships. Right click to move. Star system name. Food, industry, dust and science. FIDS. Shall I remember that? Oop, moving about in the background already. How happy they are. Right, and they've each got... Okay, they've each got... there's more. Each got different things like desert planets, Terran planets. Looks like you can only colonize Terran planets and Arctic planets. Although, like sins of a solar empire, it may be that you have to research technology to get more. Right. No exploitation and no... Ah, so it said tundra before, didn't it? No, that was Arctic, never mind. This is our home world. FIDS is, said I'd remember. It's food, industry, dust and science. Yes. An anomaly. An outlier. Just call them outliers. Luxury or strategic, just like in Civilization. I bet I'll be able to trade them. Right. Terraforming. Yeah, ooh, has moons as well. It's interesting. So, dust is the intergalactic currency. That makes more sense. So, food to feed the people, industry to build from the people, science to research for people, and dust to buy people. So we want soil, industrial base, colonial exchange, or non-baryonic collider. Non-baryonic, so hadrons that aren't baryons? I don't know. Just because we're the benign, nice guys, let's go for evolved soils at first. And let's see if we can send our fleet out to explore. And I want to colonize, so red supergiant or white sun. White sun's more likely to have a habitable planet around it. Oh, I had 2 fleets apparently. One's got a procreator, roll colonization as you'd expect, and the investigator, roll multiple, so it's an explorer. And that can't travel any further, but let's have a look at the system Airy. 2 colonizable planets. One has Mercurite, which adds science and dust. The other has a strong magnetic field, which is not appealing. Right, seeing as I'm about to end my turn, I might as well have a look up here first. Empire. Get the Just Treasury. Approval rating. Changing tax. Star system list. Lost it. There we go. Properties. We can use the AI just like in Total War. So currently tax rate's at 40%. If you raise it to 100, they hate you. If you raise it to 0, they're ecstatic. Let's keep it at 40. I must have been doing it for a reason. Yeah, seems fine. Moving on to research. That's a big tree. Constellation, Skyrim style look of it. Yeah, pretty standard. Right. So there are 4 tech options where I look at exploring and expansion, diplomacy and trading, galactic warfare, and applied sciences. Let's go with applied sciences at first, and 2 things we can research are isolation shields and N-way fusion plants. Now I am a fusion aficionado, so let's go with fusion. Q research, we can also get one to Q after it, so... epigenetics. Very good, let's go with that. They're just sciencey sounding things, they're very nice. Military status. I can merge fleets into 1 fleet. That's no good. And there are 3 ship divines. Protector. Protector must be the military craft. And we've already seen the Procreator and the Investigator. And the 2 fleets I've sent out. Okay. Here we have our heroes. Important people. Wonder if they're anything like the heroes in Star Wars Empire at War, where you just send them out and they can do the job of an army for you. Or if you're playing Forces of Corruption, they can build an army for you. With lots and lots of money. Not being racist, but I think because he's a member of my own species, I should really just choose him first, so... I don't have enough money to hire him. Forget it, let's inspect, so... It's a woman. In case you couldn't tell, obviously it's a woman. She's friendly, but not very warm. She's a chef. Oh god, I almost hired a chef. Okay, forget about it then. I think we should end turn. We're waiting for other alien species to make their move. No events have occurred. Might as well finish moving them there. Alpha is the one that can move further. Yellow sun, that's more likely to be inhabitable. Let's go to this one, it's closer to my home system. Nis. It's Terran, but it... Oh, god, Kessler syndrome, is that the thing that was killing Fane in Mass Effect? No, it looks like just space dust, oddly enough. Polluting. I could colonise Nissi, but it looks like it has nothing interesting except for its own little moon, so it's not worth it. What did Airy have? 2 colonisable planets, one with Mercurite, so I might colonise Airy. In fact, I can colonise Airy now, can't I? Now I have that procreator. How do I colonise? Oh, here's a button. There we go. And it's now us. Welcome to the Sophon hegemony? I don't know, I'm trying to think of a form of government. The Sophon technocracy. There we go. From here on forth we shall be known as the technocracy. And we shall have colonial exchanges and evolve soils. And down here is... this is just like in Civilization. You can, if you have loads of industrial production and next to no science, you can use all your industrial to produce science points. You can start moving that way. And what do we have here? Isn't that nice? Turn 3, we've yet to meet any aliens. It's interesting that even if you set your ship to go all the way to the star, even if it only makes it part way, kind of like a black hole or something of us. Even if it makes it only part way, you have to set it to move again manually the next time. But this is an alpha build of the game, and these things may be improved in the future. In Civ, I remember it waited a turn, so it would only get like 1 turn behind where it was supposed to be, so you always had to do it manually anyway. It's taken a nice leaf out of Sins of a Solar Empire's book and allows you to zoom where the mouse is. It seems to be an amalgamation of many games. It's trying to meld Sins of a Solar Empire and Civilization into one. It's not necessarily a bad thing. My main priority... Where's my other fleet? May have just used up my other fleet to colonize this system. Makes sense. I mean, you tear the ship apart and use it to build a colony, basically. It's a common theme of sci-fi. That's why, in science fiction, you see like sort of shanty colonies built out of boxes and stuff. We can build ships. I want to build a new procreator. Build a protector. That way, if I come across... prioritise it over arid soils. I want to build 2 more protectors, and that way, if we come across aliens, I'll be a miserable bastard just to get in a fight with them. I can always sort it out later, but for entertainment's sake. That is one interesting looking star. The other one was doing... I've colonised one interesting looking star. And look, there... Can't move the mouse there. There it is. In the background, our interesting looking star. Well, moving on. Hyperion has been identified. No way of seeing where. It was alpha game, remember? And we're now studying arid epigenetics. Right, well, we can make it all the way to this red supergiant. We can make it most of the way to this red supergiant. Next turn. On the bright side, maybe I can make it all the way to another star straight after. Ooh, now what do we have here? Proto-stars. Baby stars that didn't quite make it. Ah. The aborted fetuses of the celestial world.